Now look at this. You see how I could just take it and bounce it around like cookie dough? You see that? Now if I had some flour on these gloves, it wouldn't be sticking. But ultimately it's really not sticking, you know, because I'm still, you know, moving it from hand to hand like cookie dough. Okay, so that's what we got. We got some real sugar scrub that's just like a cookie dough, and I really like this scrub because it's really fun and playful, and you could just kind of go and grab it and just, you know, take a big old glob and rub it on yourself. And then it's really good because your customer, they gonna get too excited and they're gonna use a whole lot at one time, so they gonna come right back to you for more. So I like this. Is nice, and it's moisturizing or whatever because of the things that we added to it. So you know, we're gonna go ahead and just take this and make it really quick, put it inside some jars. And if you need the recipe will be found on my Patreon, guys. This recipe is not on my website, it's on my Patreon, and the Patreon is $10 a month, and it gives you unlimited access to all of my recipes, including my candle making recipes as well. All right, so inside of this bowl, I already have everything weighed out. I have some safflower oil, some shea butter, so olive M 1000, and so I have all of this inside of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on the heat, melt it down, and then we're going to come right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and put a mask on. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, this is vegetable glycerin inside of here. I'm going to go ahead and put some SCI powder in here, some glare gum, and some exanum gum. I said it all wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and mix that inside of here, and make sure you wear a mask because, man, SCI is just like salsa powder, SLSA. It could be just a lot in the air. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Okay, so I went ahead and stirred this all in, everything together. Now, as you can see, it's really thick and pasty, and this is the way you want it to be. But you want to go ahead and just sit this on to the side so we can get to the next phase. Okay, so I've added my preservative, and after I add my preservative, I'm going to go ahead and mix that in one more time with my immersion blender just to make sure everything is blended in and everything is perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and give it one more nice little cool whisk around. So I'm going to be using some cocoa powder, organic cocoa powder. So I'm just going to put like a spoon in, and we're just going to go spoon by spoon till we know we had enough, okay? And this is a little mini spoon. It's not a whole spoon, okay? And I'm only using this for color, and because it's a natural colorant, that's why I'm leaning more towards it as well. And it has a smell of chocolate, so it makes it more realistic. So we're just going to go ahead and just kind of blend it in there. All right, and it's turning brown, like a light tannish color brown, and that's what we're going for. We don't want it to be like a really dark brown. I want it to be like a tannish brown. So I want to add a little drop of yellow just to see if I can kind of get like a tan. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit of yellow. And then I'm going to go ahead and use another spoon of cocoa. Just half of it. And let's go ahead and get it another mix. Okay. So the yellow was just to kind of lighten it up so it can kind of look like cookie dough, like a tannish cookie dough. Okay. And it's achieving that look that we're going for. Okay. All right. So because I didn't use the whole spoon, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that whole, just the half that I did not put in there. I need a little bit more. Okay, and it looks just like cookie dough. So I didn't want it to be too dark. Okay, that wasn't the look that I was going for. Okay, so this is what we want. I want it to be this color, like a tannish color, and that way when I put my chocolate chips in there, it would look like chocolate chip cookie dough. Okay, so this is what I wanted. This is what I was going for, a lighter brown, like more like a tan. Okay, all right, so here is my mold. I got this mold off of Amazon, and I will link it to the Patreon. I'm just going to go ahead and pop out some chocolate chips and just drop them in there. Okay, so they can be in there, and it could really look like, you know, chocolate chips. And so I did use the cocoa powder for the chocolate chips as well. I didn't use like a mica powder. And I would suggest that you do use a mica powder because it will come out a little bit better, or liquid dye. Liquid dye will make it come out perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a little stir. And it kind of really does resemble cookie dough, okay? So the stir is basically mixing in these chocolate chips so it can get a realistic look. And I want to show you guys what it looked like. Hold on one second. You see those little spots? You know, it's just chocolate chips inside of it. And then we're going to put some on the top, so it's really going to look real. Okay, so I let my sugar scrub sit for a little while and just let it firm up because it was just, you know, fresh. And sometimes you got to let it firm up just so you can get the right texture. And that's what I did. Now, I did add my chocolate chips, and I want you guys to see exactly what it looked like. If you look around, like on this spoon, like there's a chocolate chip right here. There's a chocolate chip right here. Like you can see that little black spot. So it's like all, let me see. I'm gonna grab more. Like all in the whole mixture is like little chocolate chips all around. So it really does look like chocolate chip cookie dough. Okay, so that's what we were going for. And also with me letting it firm up, I got to that cookie dough consistency because you guys can see it's no longer that slick consistency that it was. Like now it's like really like dough, you know, so you could pick it up and it kind of snatches back like dough. And that's what I was going for. I wanted it to look like dough. I wanted to be able to scoop it and it scoop up like dough. Okay, so that's what we wanted. We wanted a hard dough sugar scrub. Okay, and that's what we got. So I put my cookies in there. I put my cookie pieces in there, and this is looking really nice. And I hope you guys really can see it. Yes, I like the. Okay, so I had went ahead and made some labels for it, and I started putting it in this jar, but I stopped because I was like, you know, I just want to wait till it firm up because I didn't want it to go in there, because I know that if you put it in there when it's firm, you know, the weight sometimes can be a little bit different. So as you can see, you could just kind of take it, scoop it, drop it in there. You know, it just goes in there just like dough. It's really just like dough. It's really just like dough. And that's what we were going for, that consistency of dough. So I'm just going to put a few scoops in here, and I'm going to bang it down because I want to make sure that I have it filled. And I got to clean it up, of course. Because this was one of them fix-it containers. Like I had to take it all out because I was like, wait, let me fix this. And I'm going to put a little bit more on the top. But I really want to get a clear container without a label so you guys can really get an eye shot of the actual consistency, you know, without the label being on it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some clear jars without the labels on it. Okay, so I got me a jar so you guys can see what the consistency is like. So we just pretty much drop it in there. And oh my god, it's so cute because you could just, well, you guys really can't see it on camera. I don't know if you can, but you can see like these little brown spots, and that's the cookie. So it's just really cool. I love it. I think the consistency goes well with the actual theme of what we're doing. And I love the fact that we didn't have to use mica powder. You know, we used a natural colorant. So that definitely gives us a one-up on this scrub. Because we can be like, oh, this, you know, put it on the label. This is cocoa powder. You know, so I thought that was pretty cool too. So if you kind of see the jar, you'll see like little spots. You know, even in the back. It's like little black spots. And those are the cookies. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up my jars. And I'm going to label them, and I'm going to let you guys kind of see that going on in high speed mode, okay? I fell in love with because, you know, you can just kind of take, and I'm going to grab a piece of it. You can just kind of take the sugar scrub and pick it up, and it's really like dough. You see that? It's really like dough. You can just take it and play with it for real. And I know that that's something that's going to shock a lot of people. Like, wow, how did you, you know, get it to that consistency where it's really like chocolate chip cookie dough? Well, if you join the Patreon, the recipe is in there. It's $10 to join, and you basically got full access to candle recipes, skincare recipes, lip, hair, all kinds of stuff. So you definitely want to be a part of it, guys. I'm excited about this cookie dough. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right.